This is the histologic picture of a parathyroid gland, which is comprises of intraparenchymal fat and chief cells and oxyphil cells. Chief cells are the principal cells which are arranged in, these cells are arranged in sheets, nets, and cords, and in between there is a fatty tissue, normal fat, and its amount increases with the age, and it's almost 50% fat and the 50% cells, and the patient advances reaches the age of 50 years, and then it declines. Parathyroid gland secretes parathyroid hormone, with hypocalcemia is the main stimulus for secretion of parathyroid hormone, and its effects are antagonized by calcitonin secreted by parafollicular cells of thyroid. Parathyroid hormone effects on the bone. Parathyroid hormone secreted from parathyroid gland stimulates bone resorption through osteoclasts and results in increased calcium into the extracellular fluid and results in hypercalcemia. Parathyroid hormone basically drive osteoclast differentiation that causes bone resorption by increasing osteoblast expression of receptor activator for nuclear factor ligand, rank ligand. This rank L binds to rank on osteoclast precursors, and this causes differentiation of osteoclast, and these osteoclasts start causing bone resorption. The parathyroid hormones also inhibits the expression of osteoprotagrin. Osteoprotagrin is basically a decoy receptor and normally binds to rank L, and it blocks its interaction with rank. Parathyroid hormone effects on kidney. Parathyroid hormone decreases the loss of calcium ions in the urine by stimulating calcium reabsorption by renal tubules, and it inhibits phosphate reabsorption that results in hypercalcemia and hypophosphatemia. It also causes increased renal vitamin D conversion to the active form 1,2,5 dihydroxylated form. Parathyroid disorders presents with hyperparathyroidism, that is primarily usually due to hyperparathyroid adenoma in 85 to 95% of the cases, and 10% are due to primary hyperplasia of the parathyroid gland, and 1% due to parathyroid carcinoma. Secondary hyperparathyroidism is due to renal cause like low calcium levels due to renal failure. Hypoparathyroidism the main cause is like surgical during surgery of a thyroid, its removal of the parathyroid gland, or it could be like congenital absence of parathyroid gland like in DiGeorge syndrome, and in familial cases like Men's syndrome, and idiopathic. Pseudohypoparathyroidism, in which there is end organ resistance, like the kidneys, their parathyroid hormone secretion is normal while the kidneys shows resistance or insensitivity to the parathyroid hormone. Hyperparathyroidism presents with a constellation of symptoms like painful bone pain and fracture, renal stones like nephrolithiasis, and abdominal symptoms like constipation, ulcers, and gallstones, and CNS manifestations like depression and lethargy. Cardiac manifestations are like short QT interval and a widened T wave. Patient present with weakness and fatigue, and also calcifications, especially of the valves. Hyperparathyroidism primary usually presents with raised serum calcium levels, and parathyroid hormone levels are inappropriately elevated for the level of serum calcium, so it is not suppressed, and the causes are principally mainly is the single adenoma 90% of the cases, and multiple adenomas are 4%. Nodular hyperplasia is 5%, and carcinoma is 1%. Secondary hyperparathyroidism is mainly due to chronic renal failure, malabsorption, osteomalacia, and rickets that is not due to parathyroid causes. The serum levels of calcium are low, and while the parathyroid hormones in the serum is raised. Tertiary hyperparathyroidism is basically due to an autonomous parathyroid adenoma in which serum calcium levels are raised, and as a result parathyroid hormone levels are also raised and they are not suppressed. Management is basically surgery. If it's an adenoma, removal of the parathyroid adenoma, and if it's hyperplasia, removal of 3 glands and a half portion of a fourth one. Post-operatively, vitamin D and calcium supplements according to the lab values, and the treatment of hypercalcemia. Parathyroid adenoma is solitary usually, and its weigh about like 0.5 to 5 gram, while it's well circumscribed tan nodule with a delicate capsule. It may undergo cystic change or hemorrhage, and may have a rim of normal parathyroid tissue. Microscopically, the parathyroid adenoma is encapsulated and is cellular, and it comprises of chief cells with some oxyphil cells. Chief cells have a round central nucleus with a clear to eosinophilic cytoplasm, while oxyphil cells have more granular and more pink and eosinophilic cytoplasm, and these cells are arranged in sheets, cords, and nets and separated by delicate capillary network. Microfollicles can be seen like in thyroid, and they compress the normal thyroid tissue if its adenoma is very large. And adipose tissue is rare. By normal parathyroid gland, it contains an adipose tissue that is normally present, while in adenoma the amount of fat decreases. There is minimal mitotic activity. May see clusters of bizarre nuclei as seen in other benign endocrine tumors. So, atypia in endocrine tumors is not a feature of malignancy. Usually, large tumors often also display hemorrhage, cholesterol clefts, and fibrosis. There is no capsular invasion, no vascular invasion, or invasion of adjacent tissue. So, criteria for malignancy in endocrine organs is capsular and vascular invasion, is metastasis, and as well as in parathyroid glands, the criteria of differentiation from carcinoma is also metastasis or invasion into the adjacent tissue. This is the histologic picture of a parathyroid adenoma, which is encapsulated and thin rim of capsule, and you can appreciate a normal compressed parathyroid tissue adjacent to the adenoma, which is comprises of sheets of these oxyphil and chief cells. Parathyroid hyperplasia, in which all four glands are involved but may be asymmetrical, with lower glands being larger. Weight of all glands usually is 1 to 3 grams, and there is usually chief cell hyperplasia. Occasionally water clear cell hyperplasia and adipose can occur. Like chief cells, they have a clear to eosinophilic cytoplasm, while oxyphil cells have more granular more eosinophilic cytoplasm. Adipose tissue is rare, or it's like scanty amount of fat. This shows 4 parathyroid glands, 3 parathyroid glands a whole, and a portion of a fourth one removed. This parathyroidectomy is done for parathyroid hyperplasia of all 4 glands. Microscopically, usually there is no rim of compressed normal tissue, and may have mitotic activity like other endocrine organs, but the criteria for malignancy, as we had discussed, is metastasis, invasion into the adjacent structures in parathyroid gland. Usually in hyperplasia, all 4 glands are enlarged. There is hyperplasia of the 4 glands, while in adenoma, the single parathyroid gland is enlarged. Parathyroid carcinoma. 90% of the patient presents with excess of parathyroid hormone. There is HRPT2 mutation, which is strongly associated with familial and sporadic parathyroid carcinomas in more than 70% of the cases. Estimated 5-year and 10-year overall survival rates are 78 to 85%, and 10-year survival rate drops to like 49 to 70%. One of the following features is necessary for definite malignancy diagnosis of parathyroid lesion, that is vascular invasion, perineural invasion, and invasion of adjacent structures and organs, or metastasis to adjacent organs like lymph nodes. Hypoparathyroidism presents with symptoms of hypocalcemia like tetany, characterized by neuromuscular irritability, that is the hallmark. Symptoms range from muscle cramps and to laryngeal stridor. Mental status changes like anxiety, depression, or psychosis. Parkinsonism like movement disorders, and lens calcification, ocular changes like lens calcification and cataract formation. Cardiac conduction defects like widened QT interval. Dental developmental defects like caries teeth and defective enamel and root formation. The main cause of hypoparathyroidism is the damage to the parathyroid glands or their blood supply during thyroid surgery or treatment of hyperparathyroidism. Rarely, hypoparathyroidism can occur as a result of infiltration of the gland, as in hemochromatosis and Wilson's disease, or it could be an autoimmune hypoparathyroidism associated with autoimmune polyendocrine syndrome type 1, or it could be like congenital absence of parathyroid glands like in DiGeorge syndrome. Pseudohypoparathyroidism is a disorder that is characterized by lack of responsiveness to parathyroid hormone by the end organs, results like kidneys, and results in decreased calcium, increased phosphate, and increased parathyroid hormone. Individuals with Albright's hereditary osteodystrophy have short stature, shortened fourth and fifth metacarpals, round faces, and often mild mental retardation. The kidney responds as if parathyroid hormone were absent. The parathyroid hormone receptor itself is normal, but there are defective post-receptor mechanisms due to mutations. Management of hypoparathyroidism is persistent hypoparathyroidism and pseudohypoparathyroidism are treated with oral calcium salts and vitamin D analogs, and recombinant parathyroid hormone is available as subcutaneous injection therapy for osteoporosis. This table summarizes the serum levels of calcium and parathyroid hormone in different conditions and disorders of parathyroid gland. Like calcium levels are high with high parathyroid hormone levels in hyperparathyroidism, while calcium is low with low parathyroid hormone levels in hypoparathyroidism. While calcium levels are high with low parathyroid hormone in hypercalcemia of malignancy. Secondary hyperparathyroidism in renal diseases presents with low calcium and high parathyroid hormone.